What's up, guys? Just wanted to go do a podcast tonight. Let's see here. What's up, guys? So I wanted to talk about a lot of times people think that those with good swings must know why their swing is good. It's not the case. Just because someone has a good swing doesn't mean they know why they have a good swing. That doesn't necessarily equate. Okay? So I wanted to check out an interesting video of Griffey Jr. in the on deck circle. Let me share some video here. I'm going to share some video. We're seeing Griffey now in the on deck circle. What's up, Roberto? Antonio. So here we have Griffey in the on deck circle. Let me let's see here. Just a second. I'm also on YouTube and TikTok right now, which is kind of confusing me. I'm not really. Oh, you can go live with guests. That's crazy. You can go live with guests on TikTok. That's pretty handy. Let's see. Here you can see the screen I'm showing. Just going to take a look at some video here. Let me clear my phone off a little bit so you guys don't, it gets all, there we go. Griffey. We got Griffey Jr. here in the on deck circle. I want you to pay attention to the movement that he's doing in the on deck circle. Look at this move. Look at this down and push move. Look how crunched he is at contact there. That's the move that Griffey thinks he did. Now, Griffey has the best swing of all time, many would argue. But he did not do that movement. That's not what gave him the best swing. He actually did something very different. Look at the actual move he did. My point is, look at this. That's called lead side dominant right there. Raul, good to see you, man. Good to see you, Raul. And Jaguar has joined us, which is awesome. Jesus is in the house. That's right. Jesus. Hugo. Thanks for joining, Hugo. The Hurricane. All right. So here you can see he's very lead side. Now, let's go back to what he was doing in the on deck circle. Look at this. Look at the two positions here. Look at that. Lead arm going way away from the body, disconnecting early in the swing. Guys, my point is that people mistakenly think that good hitters or even good pound for pound hitters, guys with great swings, they assume that they know why they have a great swing. That's just a mistake. That's just a mistake. You know, there's no reason why these guys would know why they have a great swing. This is one of the big myths when it comes to swing mechanics. If a guy has a great swing, he must therefore know what makes his swing great. This is something we really need to talk about in swing instruction. It's really important. And not understanding it is what leads to guys like Jeff Fry, trying to put a monopoly on. What's going on is that the barriers are breaking down, really, since the internet started. What's up, Ismail? And Brianna is with us. Nice. The internet started breaking down barriers. The barrier was always, if you're not a major league coach, player, if you're not affiliated with the major leagues or extremely high level of some sort, college coach, really those two, college coach or major league affiliation, then don't speak about the swing. You don't need, you can just keep your mouth shut about the swing. The internet, like I said, started breaking that down. I mean, it started doing it even. Well, I mean, I was kind of a trailblazer in that regard. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I was kind of a sign that things were breaking down. Okay. Richard Skank is a sign. What happened? How did Richard Skank get started? Richard Skank was someone who posted on forums, baseball swing forums, and somehow, because of that, was able to reach a major leaguer. But an agent was on the forums as well and decided, heck, let me connect this guy with some major league players that I represent. It's the barriers are breaking down, but Jeff Fry, guys like him, and he's kind of holding the flag for continuing the old school way of, hey, if you didn't play Major League Baseball, just keep your mouth shut. It's a dying mentality. And in their last gasping breaths, they're just trying one more time. And that's what Jeff Fry represents. One more try, man. Just one more try. Let's just try to see if we can regain control of this thing and teach people that it's about throwing the hands and I don't care what it's about. Let's just try to regain control. It's getting out of hand. Let's see what. Sometimes 9 or 8. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. I always say 9 or 8, but I'm not sure. 9 or 8 says, sometimes when I do sessions of lead arm only T work, I notice I'm popping up terribly. Why would you say that is, and how to fix it? There's something wrong with my bat path. Yeah, I have seen people kind of cut across it a little bit, kind of go down and left if you're a right-hander. So you know, the easy fix to that would just be to feel like you're kind of directing your bat a little bit more out towards right field and then around. That could be it. But really, to me, that's just a sign that you need more lead arm swings, and you need to just spend more time doing it, and your body will learn how to make contact correctly. Also, it it really is helpful to see ball flight. I think hitting into a net is something that our generation has really gotten so used to. And Paul Kitsky, what's up, man? Good to see you on TikTok. I'm on TikTok as well, live. Um, it just go to a field because it might be pretty obvious if you see the ball flight. In other words, if I'm getting like a slicing left to right ball flight, then oftentimes the fix is pretty obvious. Like you're just trying to then swing in a way in which it curves the other way. And we intuitively know how to do that. So I would take it to a field when you can. It's really helpful. I know people kind of dismiss that, and I think they just kind of glance over that and don't really take it seriously, but I really think going to a field and seeing ball flight is important. Here we have the swing of Roberto Clemente. How unconventional was his swing? I mean, that's, you know, how unconventional was this? Check this out. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Boy, you better change that swing. Look at this. But this is lead side. This is very lead side. If you like take away his back arm, you know, just try to pretend like it's not there. Like that's what's going on in a great swing, guys. That's what's going on in a great swing. Everyone will look a little bit different doing it. In other words, the great swings will look a little different, but they'll all have the similarity of more lead side. Just lean hard on more lead side, guys. Forget all the conventional stuff that's going back and forth. You guys need to remove yourself from that culture. It's a toxic culture, the swing instruction culture in both baseball and golf. And you need to remove yourself and focus only on being more lead side. Here's Clemente doing everything wrong. How's my connection on YouTube, by the way? Can you guys tell me? Is it okay? Am I choppy? Can you guys tell me if I'm choppy or not? Anyways, let's get back to Clemente. Boom. If that's not more lead side. How about a little Jackie Robinson? More lead side swing of Jackie Robinson. Look at that casting action that he did. Beautiful casting action. But again, the key is he's more lead side. You can see the front humerus compression right there. See, so Jackie did more lead side in his own way. You'll see a lot of the guys who do more lead side who hit for higher average rather than power. They tend to kind of halt the rotation a little bit earlier than guys with more power. And they're just they're not finishing all the way around. To me, that just, again, that accentuates consistency a little bit more than power. But either way, they're great hitters. Who cares if they're leaning hard towards power or leaning hard towards consistency? Thanks for letting me know, Ty. Appreciate that. And let's see. So, got Jackie Robinson doing. I just want to take one more look at this move here. This is okay, guys. This is something that conventional instruction has always said is bad. I actually feel like for most people, this is a very good move because so many people struggle with not getting the barrel into the zone soon enough in relation to back arm extension. This will get the barrel into the zone really early. See, he's into the zone right here. He could hit it right there, but instead he makes contact right there. All right. So let's move on to how about another guy that I just love his swing, guys. I just really do. He's a pitcher, one of the best hitting pitchers of recent times, and his name is Zachary Greinke. The key move here is right here. This is the key move. Boom. I just feel like I could watch this over and over again, this move. Look at that. I'm being totally serious. Like aesthetically, it like pleases something in me, almost like biting into a carrot cake does. Like just to see this action right here. That's just beautiful. And he's not achieving it late. A lot of guys, they kind of rush into the forward action and they're achieving this position when their shoulders are really open towards the pitcher. Like Greinke's not really that open towards the pitcher, and we're talking just inches here, but it makes a difference. Greinke's really close, like in relation to other people, he's actually really closed here in his lead arm compression. And that gives him plenty of time. Look, there's no running out of room. Boom. He just, look how clean and calm his upper body is. Zero pushing of the back shoulder into his chin. Like zero. He's got all the room he needs because the barrel's entering the zone. I just love this look right here. Just beautiful contact right there. So much. I mean, it's straight up and down. It's such a clean swing, man. And look at that. Beautiful extension through. If you're a pitcher and you hit as well as Zach Greinke, you're way more likely to have a great swing than a position player. If you hit well as a pitcher. If you hit well as a position player, it could be your hand-eye. It could just be your experience, your hand-eye coordination, your pitch recognition. It could be a number of things. But a pitcher who hits well, he's just not working on hitting that much. So he's going to have to rely on swing mechanics pretty hard. Zach Greinke. One of my favorite swings that I've ever gotten on video right here. Like I was just happy for like a week after I got that. Here's another one I was really happy about. Albert Bell. Look at this action. Very similar to, I see similarity a little bit to Jackie Robinson, but not as much cast here. But he does cast the bat out, and look how well connected he stays. Look at the back shoulder, guys. Zero crunch up against the chin. Zero. Look how clean that is. Back shoulder is even dropped. It's like completely just relaxed. This is lead side control, ladies and gentlemen. Lead side control. And then I love to see that back arm extend without the bat doing a whole lot of flipping in the meantime. See how the back arm's extending, but the bat isn't freaking out and rolling over and flipping. That's just such a beautiful swing right there. What's up, Steve Reynolds? 21, good to see you. Stone 55 is with us. Oh, how about the pound for pound GOAT? The pound for pound GOAT, Willie Mays. Love this swing. And people will say this swing would never play today because there's too much shifting of weight and pitchers are so fast these days. As if back then, like, pitchers weren't trying to like throw hitters off balance, like, and no, there was no competition back then. Like, it was either work in the coal mines or play professional baseball. You don't think there was competition? I mean, I think it was probably stiffer competition than today. And hitting it, for many reasons, was harder back then. Didn't have those chin guards to protect you. Didn't even have helmets to protect you. And pitchers would throw at you. Don't get it twisted. The shifting of the weight. Look at that lead arm compression there. Again, nice and loose and relaxed in the back arm. No crunching up. And he's shifting his weight, which allows him to go and get the pitch if he's a little bit early. Look at that, back arm and bat in alignment. You don't see flipping from the best hitters of all time. The best swings, I should say, of all time. You don't see the flipping action. And then this is the one statue they got right with Willie Mays. Like, that is textbook Willie Mays right there. And that's what his statue is. I mean, you know it's Willie Mays if he hits this position after a swing. Let's look at some golf swings. I talk about Tiger a lot because he's in front of our eyes, is one of the people who, like, right in front of our eyes, ruined his swing. Here you can see that the club from the backswing to the downswing gets flatter. You see that? If you just trace the club from here to here, it flattens out. That is a sign of utilizing more lead side and less back arm push. It is pretty much universal that you'll see that from great ball strikers. And could not believe when I saw this swing from Tiger. It was the first time I ever saw his club get steeper. Look at this. Look how it gets steeper going into the downswing. This is a worse swing without a doubt. See how his hands kind of drop? Just look at the club shaft. As he goes from there to there, you can see how it gets steep. This is not a good, I'm telling you, this is not a good position. Like, this is just flat out not a good position. The club is too steep. And it's steep there too. I really wish Tiger Woods could just get the message that he just needs to pull more with his lead side. He's been spending 3 decades almost working on stuff that is just silly stuff. So anyways, there you have it, guys. Just wanted to look at a few swings. If anybody has any questions or comments, I'd be glad to hear them at this time. Interesting stuff, huh, guys? So you can see my messy background there. Let's see if we can just get rid of that. So what's going on with everybody? How's everyone's swing feeling? I posted something also I want to talk about. I just posted on TikTok. I'm trying to post on all these different platforms. Man, I'm 49, okay? I don't really it's not my thing, but it's got to be my thing, you know? But I posted recently on TikTok about sort of a mental hack that you can do, because I've been thinking a lot about the question I got a few streams ago. Someone said, how do I control being less nervous before an at bat? And I fight that kind of thing too. I'm someone who gets all overly charged up too much before performances. I think it has a lot to do with your self-talk after performances. And I'm someone who I can be pretty harsh on myself, too harsh. And I've always been told that. But I didn't really understand, what to do about it. And I think that what I've been trying to do is, after a performance where I would normally be regretting or like thinking I should have done this better or that better, and I know we do that after at bats or after any sort of performance. And I think that people with good mental games speak kindly to themselves after difficult performances. And I never thought of it like that. I always thought of it as doing something prior to, changing your thought patterns prior to the event or during the event. But I think it's the after that's really important, because the more that you train yourself to be more accepting that you tried your best, and that's a good mantra to say, I tried my best. I tried my best. And I think if you stay on that kind of mindset after a performance in which you're not real pleased with how you performed, you tried your best. And that's something I don't think I've always just beat myself up in one way or another, like regretting or playing the event over and over again and thinking about how silly I must have looked and whatever. But I think a good way to combat that is just really the phrase, I tried my best, kind of squashes all the automatic responses that your mind will have after a performance that's not so good. So I'd like you guys to try that. After your look, and the saying. The saying in baseball, you fail more than you succeed. We all know that one. So you're going to have a lot of opportunity to practice. Practice a good mindset after a performance. And that could just be after an at bat, it could be after a hole in golf, it could be after the entire round, or it could be after the game. Just practice telling yourself, I tried my best. So that's sort of the mental hack that I'm really keen to these days. But the main message that I want to talk about today is this notion that if someone has a great swing, they must have designed that swing, and they must be able to help you with your swing. It's just not the case. Swing mechanics is a different game. It's a strange game. It's an extremely rewarding game. It's not a fair game. It's not like, hey, you apply this many hours, you're going to get this in return. It's not the way swing mechanics is. It's just not. Swing mechanics is a different game. Look at Tiger Woods as a great example. Like, you can spend time on swing mechanics and get worse. That's pretty crazy. Like, not many things are like that. Hand-eye coordination is one of those, definitely not like that. You want to improve your hand-eye coordination, just spend time doing things that require hand-eye coordination. Just spend time doing it. And you're going to get better. Whether that's hitting a speed bag or juggling or shooting basketballs or whatever it might be. To improve your hand-eye coordination, you just need to spend time doing things that test your hand-eye coordination. Swing mechanics, working on your swing mechanics is not like that at all. It's a different game. And I want to, and it's one of the, and I think it's probably the most important game. I kind of think of it like when it comes to golf or baseball, swing mechanics is like 50% of it, and the rest of the skills are the other 50%. That might be being really kind too. I think it could be more than that. If you have a great swing, everything is pretty damn simple. It's just everything else seems to fall pretty nicely in place. If you have a great swing, all the skills in hitting or golf will complement each other a little bit. There's some overlap, but there's a huge overlap when it comes to having a great swing. It just helps all the other skills. It just augments all the other skills. I hope the stream isn't too choppy, because I'm getting some freezing going on my side. But anyways, good to have TikTok in the house over here. We have Stone55 is with us. Trucker's wife is also with us. So what sort of questions can I answer for you guys before I sign out? Swing, golf swing, baseball swing, whatever it might be. Even exercise related. Have you guys gotten your rings? That's the important purchase that I would ask you guys to get, is gymnastics rings. And move and really, you can watch the stuff that I do, and I like going live and helping you guys out in that way, but really just move slowly and play on them. Just move slowly and play. That's all you need to do. And, move into the intense burn because that's building muscle. And that's definitely something we want to do. But I'll continue to do the live streams and show you guys some exercises that are really good. I mean, we have spring is just around the corner. And so our seasons are going to be starting pretty soon. Start getting your mental game in shape. Start getting your physical game in shape. There are little things you can do. Little things you can do. Really, there are hacks. I know that word frustrates people these days, but it's true. There are actually hacks that you can do. This doesn't mean you're lazy if you seek hack. I mean, everyone, of course, hard work is part of the equation. But there are certain things you can put your time towards that'll yield enormously more in terms of results. And you should be focused on those things, right? Doesn't that make sense? Anthony is with us. Good to see you, Anthony. To me, hacks are just things that if you spend your time on these things, you can put as much pressure as you want on them. You can focus in on them and really put a lot of pressure on them. And it will yield more in terms of results than what the conventional masses are doing. That's what a hack is to me. And there really are hacks in life. There really are. Because as a famous philosopher once said, the world is made of language. The world is made of language. So the implication there is that there are hacks. And I mean, this isn't like speculation. This is fact. Einstein changed the world with an equation. So I'm not speaking, woo-woo here. Did he not write an equation with 3 letters and 1 number that completely altered the course of humanity? Did Einstein not do that? Well, I'm doing it now on a slightly smaller scale with regards to the swing. And my hack that I'm giving you is more lead side. 3 words. That's what great swings are about. More lead side. If you guys can, disregard everything that's being taught and shoved at you in swing instruction. I know it's hard because you all are hanging around driving ranges and batting cages, and it's like, that's the talk. The talk is the talk, and it affects you, and it's hard not to get into that culture. But if you can, try to remove yourself from that culture, because it's only going to distract you from the key main thing, which is more lead side. Okay? Utilize more lead side pull in the swing and less back arm push. And that should be the main thing that you focus on. There are details within it, like I tell you, go to a field, or someone might be kind of pulling a little bit left with their lead arm. Yeah, there are little tiny things that everyone needs to kind of get a checkup on. And you can do that at theswingmechanic.com. You can do online consultations with me. I have it at $70 for an online consultation at theswingmechanic.com. So check that out. If you guys are interested, I can help you navigate through this journey of utilizing more lead side. But there are little tiny tools that you can get that'll help you. I have the lead arm training bat at my website as well. You can also just use a little bat that you might have. It's probably going to be just fine. But anyways, thank you guys for hanging out. Susie is with us. Much love to you, Susie. Just finishing up a podcast here talking about the baseball and golf swing. My love to you and the family. So, thank you guys for showing up, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.